William Pritchard, aviation machinist, mate second class. I made that whole 67 cruise. Of course, during that cruise was when the USS Liberty was mistakenly identified by Israel and bombed. And I can remember that morning very well. I was on the hangar deck that morning that we launched the Phantoms. And also some other memorable things that happened aboard that cruise is one day it was real rough weather, and they wanted to bring a helicopter down to the hangar deck for repair work, maintenance. And we went off to the elevator to bring the helicopter in, and a wave came up over the elevator, soaked us all, even got in the helicopter. And that's something I'll never forget. They took the elevator right up to the flight deck then. Didn't bring it back down anymore that day, kept the door shut. And we had to walk back down to the hangar deck. We got to visit several ports there, Athens, Greece, and we went to Istanbul for a couple days, Naples several times, and France. Well, France got canceled because of the Israeli conflict. And funny thing that I saw happen was, well, it wasn't really funny, but you don't see this on a med cruise. Everything would fly, got loaded. So that was something exceptional happening. Made you wonder about what was going to happen next. I was glad when that conflict was over and be able to know I'd get back home. Well, I didn't get to work 12 on, 12 off most of the time. When I was on the hangar deck division of the America, they had it set up so we'd work 12 hours and had 6 off. We had that many people. We could rotate this during flight quarters when the ship was flying. Otherwise, if we were in port or whatever, we could work an 8-hour day. And during that time while I worked, I was on the hangar deck of the America. We were moving aircraft, getting up and down to the flight deck, and some of them would go in for check. We'd put them in spots where they would be. The nickname for those birds while they were down there were hangar queens because they were waiting on parts or something all the time. And the engines would come out and they would take off parts of the engines and look at the rotors and everything. And we had to place them where they'd be out of the way most of the time. But during off time, if it was during flight quarters, you just had enough time to get a shower, get something to eat, and get some rest, and be back up on deck. If it wasn't flight quarters, you came back up for your normal day, and you had some time. We was in ports and the like. When I was in the squadron, we mainly worked 8 hours, normal days, except if you had a watch or something. My wife and I had made plans to get married when we got back. When we got back, I got leave right away, and I had orders also to go to Memphis, Tennessee to A school, TAD from the America.